The call that I'm about to show you is one of the reasons that I'm able to be here in this amazing view in Dubai. It was a $2,000 deal that I had with a beautiful human being. He jumped on the call with a problem, and luckily I was able to help him to fix that issue. Watch along, look at the techniques that I use, see the answers which he gives, and you will definitely be able to implement the stuff that I do in your next call. So let's get into it.
So you said it was the full, what did you call it again? Is
Yeah,
that
for a makeover.
okay? And what does that entail, sort of exactly?
Well, I guess updating is another word. So, changing some of key components, but not, fully doing a total rehab.
Okay, that makes sense. And okay, and I guess sort of, what's coming up for you at the moment that has you thinking that, you would actually be looking for more of these jobs in general?
Well, as I said earlier, I've been on and off with Angie's leads and not exactly thrilled with their production and their performance. So, I don't know how profitable it is.
Yeah. Okay. And how much were you spending with Angie's, let's say daily? Was it, I know you said you might spend up to $1,000 for one job, which is pretty insane.
Yeah,
But,
no, I didn't say that. I think sometimes if you don't keep an eye on them, they'll send you numerous leads that you can't connect on, and the bill can get to $500 or $1,000, and you haven't really even got a viable lead. So, on a per lead basis, it's definitely a lot less. But I think it ultimately depends upon the connectability and whether you can connect with the prospect versus just the name and a number or a pay by click. I think that's a foolish
yeah.
format. And I got suckered into that at one point, and that was a waste of money. But
Okay. That makes sense. And I mean, is there anything else that you've tried? I mean, how long have you actually just been solely relying on Angie's for your workload?
well, I've been involved with them since I think 2018, and like I say, I can pause them for 2 weeks or a month at a time, depending upon my workload. And work can come to me in a variety of different ways. So depending upon you know me, I can pause them and then turn them back on when I need them. And I just turned them on the other day because I'm looking for more work, and I was disappointed with the two leads that I got, and I said,
Yeah.
"Here we go again." I'm getting, yeah, again, I didn't even make contact, and I know I'll be charged for those next week.
Okay. That makes sense, man. Now, is there any sort of word of mouth, or is it mostly just Angie's that really kind of provides you work when you need it? Or do
You
you
know,
get
word of mouth is happening more often now, but not what I rely upon, and I'd really rather a different form than word of mouth. I mean, it's kind of hit or miss with that. You don't have any control. Someone just says, "Hey, this guy's good, call him," and then and they end up asking you if you can hang a mirror. And that's not really target marketing that I like.
yeah, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. And I mean, let me ask, man, with the way that you're currently filling the calendar, do you think that you actually have control of how many leads you get each month?
Yeah, depending upon how much I want to spend. I mean, I can turn it on and I can cater it any way I want on Angie's lead. So, you know,
Okay. That makes sense, man. That makes sense. And so it's you can kind of control it. It's just more, it's not profitable to actually scale it just with, kind of the way you're currently doing it.
I don't think so. No.
Mm, okay. I mean, could I share perspective with you on that, man?
Yeah.
And this is just something that I've noticed, after working with a lot of contractors in similar markets to yours. I mean, have you maybe considered, that the reason we're not able to scale is because we don't have, like the right framework in order to actually control how many leads we get. So, you know, we don't just end up like every other contracting company, kind of relying on, you know, word of mouth. I mean, yeah, it might be the issue.
I mean, I'm not sure I'm following you there, but you know, with Angie's leads, I could just throw more money at it and hope that it's all profitable. I could also find that you know, the more money I throw at it, the less profitable I am because I'm getting a lot of wasted leads and ineffective or leads that aren't relevant or leads that don't convert because either they're fake or they're not fake, but you know, maybe the quality of the lead is not good or whatever. So I'm not convinced I could scale with them by just throwing more money at it. I think target marketing is the way. And I think, you know, Google and Facebook has proved that. And, you know, to some extent, Angie's, you know, has found an algorithm there that works. But like I say, I know that they've changed their platform over the years because they were sold, prices went up, quality of the lead went down. Because I've been involved with them for a number of years, so I've seen it myself. So, you know, I think the funnel or the target marketing has to be redefined, whatever platform you use. You know.
Cool, man. Okay, well, I got to ask then. I mean, if you're so aware of the issues behind using Angie's, you know, solely, is there a reason that you're still doing things that way? Like, not to call you out or anything, you know, just so I can kind of, you know, understand.
Well, sometimes it works. So sometimes it is profitable and works. So it's really a guessing game as to whether it's going to work. I mean, I know right now I can check off their bathroom category and get 5 calls next week or 10 calls next week. The problem is those are expensive leads, meaning probably $150 each. You know, I can only handle, what's that?
Of course, man, but kind of respect.
I can only physically handle one of those at a time because I can't have 5 bathroom projects because they take a long time and they're physically demanding. So what I would do often is I would have, let's say, 1 bathroom project, but 4 handyman type of projects, which I can do with my eyes closed, or, you know, I can complete the job within a half a day and collect some revenue and move on. And so I have 1 big job, 3 or 4 smaller ones, and that way I can fill the day. If I had three bathroom jobs, would be overwhelming. And again, I know enough that the bathroom job, in order for it to be profitable, has to be done quick. You have to have many hands, and you got to be in and out of there. And, you know, it's just not, I'm not set up that way. So anyway, so tell me more about what you got here that we're talking about, because we haven't really touched on what it is you're offering. I know you said Google and Facebook this morning, which leads me to believe it's not $30 per lead when you start involving those operations.
Yeah, so I mean, the way that I've kind of done it, right now, when I worked with remodelers and roofers, I would use Meta purely just because your kind of ideal audience, they're on Meta, you know, they're sitting there on Facebook, you know, talking to their friends, and then you pop up. So the really thing that we really do, right, is we run Facebook and Instagram ads, and someone will click on that ad, and I'll show you an example of an ad that I used to run. Someone will click on that ad, they'll get taken to a landing page, which we'll build out for you, and there'll be a survey. And what they can do is they can basically either book themselves in for that appointment right away, right then, right there. But in the situation where they, let's say, don't book themselves right in, right there, you do also just get their contact information, and then you can kind of call them up and say, hey, you know, this is, this is kind of what we're doing. So I would say that you can probably book in-house appointments with homeowners for anywhere from about $30 to $60, which is pretty fantastic, especially for and you said that you do these facelifts for about $10,000.
It could be, you know, it all depends upon what it is. So yeah, it could be. It all depends on what kind of lead, what kind of project you're tackling, you know. And if it's a bathroom, it could be a $10,000 bathroom makeover, or if it's a home maintenance project, it could be a $500 to $1,500 number, but
Yeah.
all
So I
depends.
guess for you, right, because you really get what you target. If you target bathrooms and kitchens,
Yeah,
your bathrooms and kitchens. If you
yeah.
target, hey, we're gonna redo the vanity in your bathroom,
Mm-hmm,
starting at only $9,950,
mm-hmm.
you'll get people who have a budget of $9,950 who are looking to get the vanity changed.
Yeah.
So is it the case that you would specifically just be looking to do these, facelifts, or
Mm-hmm,
would you be more just looking for bathroom remodels in their entirety?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Good question. I think the facelift is a quicker, easier, more profitable project, and I
Let's do it.
think by pricing it relatively inexpensive compared to what a full bathroom would cost today, which
Yeah.
can be, it varies greatly, but contractors that are doing full bathroom jobs, the numbers can start at 30 and go up. So if you told someone you can do a bathroom makeover or a bathroom upgrade, however you want to term it, for $4,999, that's going to look incredibly inexpensive, and that may be the hook that you need to get in there, and then say, well, that includes a vanity, updated plumbing, faucets, a paint job, a bathroom fan, and a toilet. You know,
Yeah. Mm.
and so the facelift, so it looks different, and for them it's budget friendly, and I'm just making up for $4,999, and there would be enough profit in there where I could probably knock that out in 3 days, 3 or 4 days, and probably make, for $3,500 on that job. And that would, to me, is a profitable job because it's only taking me 3 days. It's not taking me 3 weeks or 3 months. And like I said earlier, these guys that are doing these bathrooms for $80,000. I have a brother-in-law, my sister. They did a bathroom. They had somebody do it. They paid $90,000.
Oh yeah.
90 grand for one bathroom, and I was like,
Imagine what I do. Imagine when I, as the marketer, I get my client a $90,000 job.
Yeah, I'm like, are you out of your mind? They got the money. They wanted to spend it.
Yeah.
I don't even want to look at the bathroom because I'm like, a bathroom it's plumbing. And granted, that was a full gut job. And they brought in whatever, Italian marble for the floor. They got a heated floor. They got 2 shower heads. I get it. But I also know that the plumber's bill there, it wasn't $50,000 for the plumber. Instead of normally paying the plumber, let's just say, I don't know, 4,000, you paid him double, you paid him 8, but someone made $90,000, So back to our point. So I think, yeah, if I targeted just that, and again, I'm trying to be cautious about landing or getting tempted to taking on these bigger projects, because for me, there's no money in them. And if someone says, do my kitchen and we'll give you 20 grand, well, the cabinets could cost 8 and the floor could cost 3. And, to bring a real plumber in, maybe 1,500, 2 grand, that 20 quickly gets eaten up. And you realize I only made $3,000 and it took me 6 weeks. I don't need, my ego doesn't need to tell people I got a job for 20 or 30 or $40,000.
No, not
I
at
want
all.
to tell people I made 80% profit, and I don't even want to tell you what I made. So on that 4,999, if I walked away with $3,500 and it took me 2.5 days, I'm thinking that's a home run, and I could knock off, if I could knock off whatever 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 a month like that, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
And to me, that's light lifting. It's not heavy lifting. I'm not putting a ton of money out there. I'm not lifting the thousands of pounds and all that stuff. I don't have to get dumpsters. I don't have to go find 3 workers and all that stuff. So all those moving parts, I've done it. I've been there. I'm past that point in my life. I don't need to have 10 guys working for me, running around with their heads cut off, telling me they got girlfriend problems and babysitting.
With us, you'd spend $50 a day, so it's super light, and that will get you anywhere from 1 to 2 appointments with homeowners. Obviously, these are all in person, and I know you mentioned to me it's about getting the foot in the door. So I think that would work, especially well. So we basically set up a calendar for you, and it would be linked. I don't know what calendar you use. We can basically link it to your Google, iCloud, or Apple, and then it will align with your schedule. And then when they click on the ad, they'll have an option either just to book in themselves, just hey, this is the time I want you to come over, or I mean, there's two ways. So it's up to you. We can have it then where they can't book themselves in, and you reach out to them, or maybe the last step of the form is to call you up. It's customizable. Or we have it that they can book themselves in, and if they don't book themselves in, that's when you call them up. But yeah, obviously I can show you some ads and stuff very briefly. Just to kind of get a slight idea, I mean, where are you actually sitting right now in terms of annual revenue?
Gross or net?
Gross.
Probably a couple 100,000.
Okay. And is it the case that with Angie's, it's just the margins that are slow? Is it just bad margins, or is it the case there are actually days when you're sitting there with no work at all? Or is it the case you can stay busy, it's just too expensive to make sense?
I think it would be too expensive, but when I look at all the names and leads that they send me, let's say 100 people, I may have only gotten to 10%. So I might have only talked with 10 of those hundreds. And I look at all those names and I go, man, I'm paying for that. That lead, I pay for that regardless. And that's the beauty that's good for them, but it's bad for me. So the quality of the lead, it's not what it used to be. When I say before, out of 5 leads, I would get 4 jobs. I would actually get the job and do it. And now I'm looking at all these. I mean, I've had thousands of leads from Angie's Leads that I never even got to. And trust me, I'm prompt. When I get a lead, I call them within minutes. And for some reason, I think now either they're fake leads, old leads, false leads. It's just not what it was. Something's gone on. And so, I take the good with the bad. If I'm looking for work, I'll just run that dialer and get those leads and hope that something comes through that I find profitable, But I mean, I get people calling me for building a gazebo, putting a gazebo together they bought at Costco. Like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
and, how much can I make? A couple hundred. It's just, those aren't the type of jobs I'm looking for. And I've done that before, and it just doesn't pay.
Okay. So, I mean, if you, let's say, did have consistent work over the last however many months and years, I know you said you're at a couple 100,000. I mean, what do you feel like you could be at, annually?
Where I could be at?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm still trying to understand though. Is it the case where it's purely just the margins, or if you always had work, it's just too expensive to acquire? Or is it the case that there have actually been times when there's no work at all? Like, you're sitting at home, you're not converting leads, there's nothing to do, you're paying hundreds, and the phone's just not.
That's the case with Angie's. And sometimes, like I said, I rely on, I'm getting phone calls from real estate agents that send me business occasionally. I'm getting a referral business occasionally. Those, I don't have any control when those come in, and they come in once in a while. And that's why I refer to Angie's Leads when nothing's working, and something usually manifests through Angie's, but it may cost me, more than I'm willing to pay, but it's somewhere, there might be break-even jobs too. When I look at how much I paid in leads that I didn't convert versus what I grossed on that one job I took, I go, I made $4,000 there, but I paid, $1,000 out to Angie's, and that probably,
like, for our guys, the goal, that perfect metric for actually scaling, because as I said on the first call, I'm not just going to send you a couple of jobs and disappear. I scale my clients. Now, our kind of goal metric is anywhere from 20 to 40x what you put in, because if you could get at least 20 times what you put in, that's at the point where you can very profitably scale. and you can make decisions like, hey, I want to up the ad spend. Hey, I want to do this, do this, do this.
Yeah.
Because you know that with the right inputs, you get the right outputs. And that 20x is like, let's say you spend $50 a day and you get 20x.
Yeah.
Suddenly you make a bunch of money and now you spend 150 a day and you still get 20x. So that's really the magic, but it's just about having the right systems to be able to just input, and then constantly see those outputs. And that's really what I've kind of developed over the last sort of 2.5 years here, making sure that, there is no trial and error anymore.
Yep, I got it. And speaking of roofing, and I have seen Instagram roofing ads and Facebook ads for roofers that advertise a very inexpensive roof. And I know that that's the lead, and it captures people because they put down, I don't know, $5,900 for a new roof, which is probably too low. And I'm guessing that that's the same thing that we're talking about here. It's such an enticing ad. You're looking to capture people that are, looking to be cost conscious, if you will. So are those Facebook roofing ads something that you've done and you're familiar with what I'm referring to?
I'm familiar with that. There's a whole bunch of array of things that we do. So the main thing which you want to do with these kind of ads is that you want to push that it's a fair price, not expensive, not cheap, fair, because that's what people like, and then good quality. Those are the two most important things, and then you give them all sorts of reasons that why you have a fair price. You go, hey, we have smart marketing and stuff like this, which ultimately means better price for you. You basically frame it that it's a good. You say, you go good quality materials and smart marketing from renewable sources ultimately means better quality results and a cheaper price for you. The other thing we want to do is we want to make it look that you as the owner have posted it yourself. It's so crazy. One of the highest converting ads which I run, and I run these for all of my guys, is literally a selfie of the owner and his wife smiling, their thumbs up, and then the bio's going, hey, and obviously the logo at the top is the roof logo. So that all works amazingly. We generally launch 3 to 4 ads at that $50 a day mark, with 1 video usually, and then 3 pictures. But we'll genuinely just keep rolling out ads until we find one that's producing us a $30 to $40 cost per appointment. Because if we launch this and you're getting in-house appointments with homeowners for $100, although that's still probably 10 times better than Angie's, our standards are a lot higher than that. Because as I said, we need 20 to 30 times what you put in. And what I've generally found is that if we can get that cost per appointment anywhere from about 30 to 50, maybe 60 if you're in a really bad area like New York, then you're going to be at the point where you can really print. And then you can make money and you can up the ad spend to 100 and double the amount of appointments, all of that kind of jazz. Okay, so that makes sense. And I'll go ahead and show you some ads in a minute here. But I guess, if we were to run the current playbook, sort of the way that you have been doing things for another 6, 12 months, I mean, what do you think would realistically change?
I would say the volume would change because I'd be capturing,
Oh no, I mean, if you didn't do this, I mean, let's say, I show you everything, I tell you the price and you say, hey, this isn't for me. What do you think would actually change in the way that you're doing things, over the next year, if you kept doing it the same way?
What's going to change? Well, nothing will change unless I change something. So it's going to be the same, which, it's always a battle. I don't know if I follow the question.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fair enough, man. I was just trying to, see your kind of thoughts on it, just so I understand. Okay. I mean, could I share my thoughts with you, David?
Yeah.
I do definitely think that I can actually help. However, I will be honest with you, David, we don't usually accept everyone in the program since we only work with 1 contractor per area. That's kind of for 2 main reasons. Obviously ethical. I don't want my clients to compete with each other, but then also logically, we have this whole pay and results approach where if you don't make money, we don't make money. So it just doesn't really make sense for us to share leads or any of that crap, because I would kind of just be shooting myself in the foot here. So, when we launch this campaign for you and whatever service area, we kind of agree on together, every single homeowner in that service area will be exclusive to you. And that's sort of part of the magic of what we do. And it's really how I have such a low client churn rate. Like my annual client churn rate is 12%. I don't know if you know anything about like, you know, these kind of agencies, but that's extremely low. But obviously based off anyone, based on the fact we don't have any in your area, right? And you're definitely trying to add that predictability. I think we can actually help, man.
Okay.
All I ask is that when the leads come in, you just jump on them.
Yeah.
That's the only bottleneck.
Yep.
All right, listen, man.
So what about the website? Because I have a website. Do you direct anyone towards a website?
So we'll build out. So we have something called a landing page, which is a specific page that they land on after clicking the ad. To be honest, we don't even let them go to the web, because when they're on our landing page, we don't even want to give them the option to click around and then forget about booking in, right? Like they land on the landing page, the only thing for them to do is submit their contact information. It's the only thing they're allowed to do. After they've either submitted their information or they fully booked in, where we can then redirect them to the website. But we have proven template stuff that I've used for all of my guys. I mean, I literally just copy and paste it every single time. And that's what we send everyone to after. I'm conscious it's getting a bit dark. Turn my light on. So you can kind of, see me a little bit better. Okay, so let me go ahead and actually just show you an example of an ad. Now, just before I kind of run you through the rest of the process, once I've kind of explained the entire procedure, could you do me a favor? Just give me a yes, no answer. I find that, let me think about it is just a polite way of saying no, but that's fine as well. Anyway, all kind of just through the, I don't know why this keeps opening the workflow. Anyway, you can basically phone them, call them, all through the software on your phone. So it'll basically keep all of the leads that I get you separate to, wherever you get your other customers from, your, friends and family, all of that kind of stuff. Okay. So sort of based on everything that I've told you, I mean, do you think that this might actually help you sort of get that predictability that you're looking for?
I think so.
Okay. Awesome, man. So why don't I kind of, run you over the investment? Obviously, we can start out at $50 a day. Once you get some capital in, maybe if you want to, get more appointments, potentially even to hire out, we can kind of bump that up. And then in terms of actually just sort of our service fee and, the investment needed to work with us, just because I want to kind of show you the magic without breaking the bank, we can do 15 appointments. So that's 15 in-house appointments with homeowners, obviously, qualified homeowners, over a 1 month period for just $2K.
Okay, that sounds like more than $50 a day. And does that include Facebook's money?
So the $50 a day is on top of Facebook's money, and the 2K is what we charge to basically get access to all of the systems. And
so that's my fear. Facebook's going to be $1,500, and now I'm at $3,500. So that's kind of.
But you pay Facebook off gradually, so you don't pay Facebook off, up front. It's as you go. So it's just $50 a day. You'll close your first job for however much. You said 5K, or would it be 10K per job?
Well, it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know yet.
Sure.
But again, my fear is I can only do one of these at a time, and now I'm wondering, is it going to be as profitable as I thought originally? Because I didn't think you were at $2,000 a month plus Facebook. It's now getting to it. If I only do one job a month, and it's a $10,000 job, that kind of eats into the profit considerably. So when you said $30 a lead, that kind of was enticing, and now I'm like, maybe it's not.
No, in terms of what you actually in Facebook's going to charge you, it's going to be about $30 for that in-house appointment. But you'll close one job, right? I mean, you're saying that you can only do one job a month. I mean,
Well, I don't know. No, no.
You know, realistically.
Well, it depends on the type of job. So it depends upon what kind of a bathroom. So that's the whole idea on these makeovers. They're probably a quicker turnaround. I could do more than one. I could do a few or three or
Exactly.
four. You know, I get that. But
Mm.
again, we're talking about two different numbers here, Facebook and your numbers, and I'm getting it's not as accurate as I'd like it to be. So just to break it down, are you charging per lead or are you charging monthly?
So we charge you for 15 appointments. Now,
15
if we don't
appointments.
get
Okay.
you, if we don't get
Yep.
you those 15 appointments within the next 1 month, we'll
Mhm.
basically take your card out of the ads. We'll put our own card in and we'll rip it until we do. So you don't pay for anything you don't get. I say to you, I'm going to get you 15 appointments. We get you 15 appointments. And if after
Yep.
that 1 month period, you haven't got, let's say I got you 10 appointments in the next 1 month. I don't know how many
Yep.
days you close, probably 50
Yep.
or 60% at least.
So
We'll
what is that
basically,
per lead? So what's 2,000 divided by 15? I don't have a calculator in front of me.
I can do that for you, man. It's probably going to be about $130
Uh-huh.
per appointment.
Plus Facebook.
Yeah, and Facebook will be about 30 to 40.
So we're at $150 per lead, perhaps.
Not per lead though, per in-house estimate. Like I know that you said with Angie's, you might spend $100
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
get through to them, you
Yeah.
know.
Yep.
This is per person that you're able to go and, as you said, get the foot in the door and
Mm-hmm.
actually, engage them and, add them to the clientele.
Yep.
Um, and that would be, that's kind of the difference, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you're getting in the house for 6 to 10 times cheaper than you would be with Angie's. But the other thing as well is that all you have to do is just answer the phone. The
Yeah.
leads will come in every single day consistently. Obviously, if you say to me, "Hey, Dylan, I'm completely slammed. Let's turn the ads off," we can also do that as well.
Yeah. And what's the minimum at Facebook? Is it $30 a day?
I personally recommend going for 50. You can go less, but it will just be, slower.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand. Um, you know, I'm interested enough to try it. I don't know if I want to jump in at 2 grand a month initially. Can you do it for $1,000 a month, or what can you do for $1,000 a month?
Okay. What we could do, man, if you wanted to, we could actually split up that 2K over 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And that might make it a bit more manageable. So you could jump in for $500, and then it'd just be 500, 500, 500.
Okay. And what do you think? What can you what can you predict that I'm going to get out of that? I know it sounds like I'm slowing it down a little bit.
It's the exact same. We'll
Yeah.
get our 2,000 over 4 months.
Yeah. And I'll get
And we'll,
15 leads over 2 months. I see.
no,
I see. You're just
no, it's
stretching it
still
out.
1 month. So the terms are the exact same. We're just stretching the payment out so I can kind of, show you the magic without breaking the bank,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can do that. So
Okay.
it's 500
Awesome,
a
man.
month, and we'll commit to 4 months, right?
Yeah.
And the Facebook ad spend, I don't know, we'll start it off at $30 and see where we go from there and see how productive it is. And if I want to increase that, we can do that, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Okay. I'm just gonna get this link ready. I'm also going to send you an onboarding form. So it's basically just going to be all of the information about the business, kind of your service area, all of the
Yep.
demographical information to kind of make sure that it's actually going to be suited for, your business specifically. Because
Yeah.
again, that's really, really important. And then I'll also schedule you in for an onboarding call. So when would be the best time to basically jump on that onboarding call? And then, yeah, kind of take it from there. When would that be for you?
Monday. Monday would be great.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds here. Just gonna send you over this payment. And then whilst you're sorting that out, I'm gonna get you the onboarding form locked in. Okay. So I'm going to send SMS. And the option that you want to use, it basically says pay with Zip. And Zip is the way that you split it up over 4 months. So
Yeah.
just make sure that you click the pay with Zip option. And then whilst you're sorting that out, I'm just gonna check my schedule for Monday. But we can get all of the admin done on the weekend. So Monday will be like where I actually get access to Facebook, and I actually basically log everything in, and I basically make it so I have access to everything. But there's a bunch of admin stuff that we can kind of just communicate over the weekend, and then basically hit the ground running from Monday. Okay, awesome, man. Just bear with me 1 second here. I'm just gonna book you in. Let me know when you see the confirmation. And again, just use Zip, and that's how you're gonna only have to put $500 down.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me know when the payment goes through, and then I will book you in for the onboarding call on Monday.
Are you looking for me to do it right now?
Yes, sir. If we can block
Okay.
out the investment, I'll basically, reserve your area, and I'll actually start, setting everything up on the back end.
Okay, I don't have my card with me that I'm gonna use. Let me check and see if I do. Let me walk upstairs and see if I can get this card available.
Awesome.
Okay, I think I got it.
Awesome.
Did you send it to me in an email?
I sent it to you by text. Would you like it in an email instead? Would that
No,
be
it
better?
doesn't matter. Just gotta go to.
Yeah. I just sent it to you by text.
Oh, I got the numbers. Okay. All right, so now I have to find it in the text. Okay.
Yeah, and then again, I'll say it again. Just make sure you use Zip Pay, because that's kind of the magic behind actually splitting it up.
Yeah, let me see where that is. Oh, I see. So where does it say zip pay on this?
It should say
Oh,
checkout with
4
Zip.
payments of 500. Is there a, do I click on
Yes,
that?
sir. No, so it should say checkout with Zip. Like there'll be a
Oh, I see.
checkout with Zip, and there'll be a big blue button that says Pay. You don't want to click the one that says Pay. You want to click Zip Pay. That's the magic.
Okay, I just hit that and it took me to choose zip at checkout, use your debit or credit card, pay in installments.
Yes,
I
sir.
guess I want to hit pay in installments, right? It's,
Yes, sir.
yeah, let me X out of this. See what happens. Okay, so I'm back here to the main page, says $2,000 or 4 payments of 501 with Zip.
Yeah.
Now what? Put my information in and then
So
at
you
the
want to
bottom it
click
says
on.
check out with Zip, right?
Yeah, so I think you put the billing information in first,
Yeah.
and then you click checkout with Zip,
Okay.
and then it will kind of prompt you to put your stuff in. Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
awesome. I'm just getting this information sent over to you as well, for you to kind of crack on with over the weekend.
Okay. Got the information in. Now I'm gonna hit checkout with Zip. And is that gonna
Yes,
split the
sir.
payment, you think?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely. So zip payment is the way that you're basically gonna split it up. So you want to go
Right.
check out with zip. You might need to make an account. But yeah, you just want to make sure
Okay,
you're always
mobile phone number. Okay, send code. Send me a code here. See what that does. 722-977. Okay. Get started with Zip. Now I got to fill out this whole thing. All right.
yeah, I'm just collecting all of the information on my end while you're doing that. I'm just putting it all into a document for you to kind of view over the weekend. So yeah.
Oh, man. Ugh. Now it's tap to agree and continue, but it's not letting me check that box. I filled
Hmm.
everything. I filled everything in. Check the box. I got it. Oh, got it. Okay. Well, that went up. 543 a month. Someone's hit me for $43 in juice.
Oh no.
Wow.
Uh,
21.75. Okay.
you'll make back like 3 times this entire thing from the first
All
job.
right.
So
Whatever. I mean, okay. Okay. Whatever. You should tell people that before that happens, you know?
so I actually didn't know. I maybe it was something to do with. Usually it's interest free. Usually it's like $5 total across the period. I'm unsure why that happened. I think
Yeah,
it just depends,
actually,
maybe.
I could have put the whole thing on my credit card and just paid it off interest free. But anyway. All right. We'll go forward.
Awesome.
Agree and
Let me know.
confirm. Yeah. Okay. Credit card number. Oh, I got to put the credit card in. Okay. Oh, 627. Okay, that should be it. Okay, all right. The
Is
postal
that good?
code, I didn't put the postal code in. 01106. Okay, it's good.
All right, it went through.
Yep.
Fantastic, man. I'm just making up this contract as well, just so again, man, everything that we do together is, official. It's all nice and proper. So I'm just making up this contract now, and I'm going to send that to you too. And that's basically just saying we have to get you these 15 appointments.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome. This covers. this covers and okay, perfect. Meta. Now, usually I have all of my guys on WhatsApp. Are you familiar with WhatsApp?
Yep.
But right now my WhatsApp is banned. I got hacked today. Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is
Yep.
insane. I got like hacked by these guys in like Kazakhstan, and I have like everything, like all of my clients. I probably have like 50 clients on that. And I was like, what do I do? And I was like frantically reaching out to like every entrepreneur that I know. And I found some guy, and it cost me $1,000 just to get my
To do
WhatsApp
what?
unbanned. Because they hacked it. Yeah, they hacked it, and then they permanently deleted it, and then they messaged me on like Telegram, and they said, "Hey, we can get you it back." But I just luckily had this connection, so it's getting fixed. I'll add you up on WhatsApp as soon as it's back again live. But right now it's just being fixed.
Or do you use Telegram?
I don't use Telegram. I like WhatsApp for all my guys. I find it's the easiest. I literally live on there. And again, like you can text me 24/7, 365. We can jump on calls like this again at any time that you want. So at any point, if you want to say, hey, Dylan, let's just jump on a Google Meet face to face, just tell me and I'll book you in my next sort of availability.
Yeah. Okay. So where do we go from here? What happens now?
So I'm going to send you over our onboarding form. I'm also going to send you over the contract just for us both to sign. And then after that's all locked in, all that you got to do over the weekend is just have a look at the onboarding form, fill that out. Everything else is on my end. So I just now need to go away over the weekend, put the work in. We'll schedule something for Monday morning as well. What time would actually be best Monday morning to speak?
10 o'clock.
10 a.m. And you're Eastern as well, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Let me punch this in. Now, if you have any sort of selfie, are you married at all?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, man. Yeah, so if you had a selfie, maybe you and your wife, just like a nice photo, send that over. That's really the main thing that I need. Obviously, just any content that you have is also just fine. I'll use it. But the only thing which I like can't find from just my database of what I already have is that one of the owner and sort of
Can I give you my website address? You might find some content on there that might be relevant.
So this is
regarding the bathroom update.
So this is all stuff that you can just put in that onboarding form. So I'm going to send you a form. It's going to ask for a load of information. You can be as detailed as you want or as shallow as you want. If it's something crucial, I'll just reach out after that and I'll say, hey, you didn't go into enough detail. So I'm gonna send you this now. Once I have you on WhatsApp, it's going to be a lot easier. So that's the onboarding form. You should have just received the onboarding meeting link.
That's not something you want me to do right now, is it?
No. You can do it over the weekend. Just before we speak on Monday. David Ruffo. And then I'm just gonna send you over the contract just whilst we're here on this call as well. So just give me 1 second. Just want to quickly read through it, just make sure it's all good. $2,000 service fee. Perfect. And then the 30 days will start when we hit launch on the ads. This all looks fine. I'm just checking there's no little blips. What is your address, man?
111 Warren, Warren, Terrace, Terrace.
Yep.
Long Meadow, one word, Longmeadow, Mass, MASS, 01106.
Awesome. I'm going to save this to my laptop. David Ruffo. Where are you from, David? What's the surname? Is it just American?
Oh, American, but I'm Italian. No.
Italian. That's it. That's it. I was like, little bit, not as usual.
Yeah.
Okay, Italian. Got it. Sweet, man. Yeah, that's all my sister eats. She just eats Italian. It's insane. All she eats is tomato pasta and parmesan. It's like actually like it's like almost worrying. It's just she just every single day. I mean, I don't see her much anymore. I kind of she's back in the UK.
Yeah. And you said you were in New York?
Yeah, so I was born in the UK, started making money. I make pretty good money doing this. And yeah, sort of I live in New York now, but I've been all over.
Perrytown, is that where you live? That's the number that's
Yeah,
coming
like
through?
upstate.
Is that where that is? Okay, I'd never heard of it before. Is it upstate New
Yeah,
York?
like Westchester. Yeah, Westchester County.
Yeah, okay. How did you get there? Why did you
What do you mean?
land there? Why did
I've
you land
traveled
there
all
from
over,
London?
man. I've been to Dubai, I've been to Miami, I've been to Monaco. I have a very great circle of other agency owners, like people working with all sorts of like the guy that I paid 5K to. So to learn like the ads, I paid some guy like 5K, and he's a 19-year-old taking home 200,000 a month.
Oh my God. Yeah.
19, working with contractors, you know, just a wide range, but 200 grand a month. It's just
crazy. Yeah.
insane. But I have this great circle, you know, like all of us, we all help each other out. And we all kind of travel the world together, which is really, really awesome.
Gotcha.
Okay. I've just sent you over that contract. Everything, I proof checked it, just to make sure everything is good. Oh, damn. I messed up one thing. I said that the performance period was 90 days. I'm just going to resend it to you. There was a 9, which should have been a 3. I want it to be completely, you know, accurate. And did you receive the calendar invitation for Monday?
I'm sure I did. I got eight emails there. It's got to be there somewhere, I'm sure.
8 emails from me.
I don't know, from someone.
Okay, it might have been me. Might have been me.
I usually don't have that many, so I'm sure whatever you sent me is there.
Did my emails hit the inbox or did they go to spam? I'm just curious. What are they all hit?
Let's see. For some reason, I can't pull them up right now with you on the phone. But it's probably fine. I mean, if I have 8 there, there's got to be 3 or 4 from you or more, but it's probably there.
Okay. Awesome. I am just sending. Okay, so it's the most recent one is the one that you got to sign. Are you saying you're not able to sign it right now? It's not working?
No, I'm on my phone and I can't even pull it up for some reason. My email won't pull it up with you on the screen. So I'll check it out over the weekend.
All right, awesome. And I sent you the onboarding form. So just again, fill that out in as much detail. If you have any questions about anything, just shoot me a message. In terms of the content, sometimes there's like a maximum size that you can kind of upload. Just hold off. My WhatsApp will be fixed within the next day or so, and that's the easiest place to upload it. Like if you're trying to send me a video or anything, you can just send it by email as well. That's the other thing that works. All right, David. Well, you should have the calendar invitation for Monday, and then we'll catch up then. Obviously, any questions for the weekend, shoot them over to me, and let's do this, man. Let's scale up. Fuck Angie's. Never again. In the bin.
I want to officially, retire from them. So.
No, absolutely.
Just together. Okay, awesome.
All right, awesome. Let's do this. Sweet. Have a good one.
Yep. Bye.
You too. Bye.